All right, can you see it? Camouflage effectiveness video for IANPAT. I think it's pretty good. From a distance, it's pretty good. See if I can get me hiding in there maybe. I was gonna try to duck in there, but I just realized I was gonna just be stupid. Don't have the high grass when I need it, but I do have some ferns over there. Tucked it in there. Ferns are pretty green, so it does stick out a little bit, but it's pretty neutral color. And you cannot see the pattern, right? Like, you can't tell it's a guy caressing his cheekbones. How about over there? I laid it on the ground. I think it's blended in pretty good. Decent job. Let's see it maybe peeking over the edge of something. All right, now we're talking. Do you see it in there at all? Barely, right? Come on, you're gonna tell me you can see it. You cannot tell me you can see it. So that was your head peeking over something. See if you can tell where it is. Yeah, I fooled you. That's pretty good. So you gotta add a little more of the brown to it, right? Put it in an area that has a little more khaki and brown, a little bit drier area. But yeah, it's a combo of dry and green, like brown and green. I mean, I wouldn't really call it multicam because there is green in there and it's pretty dark shade green. But I mean, look at that. That's blending in really good. That right there, that's good. Now, if you're gonna go full on green, like this lemon tree here, it's not gonna totally blend in, but it's still neutral color enough to where, I mean, it's not gonna totally stick out either from a distance. See, there we go. All right, one more spot. See if we can see where it's at. Put some more distance. Try to make that one out a little bit, right? Sometimes it helps to kind of mask it a bit. Let's do that. As far as what the pattern is, yeah, from a distance, really cannot tell. I was pretty close there. I think that's why you're able to see it too. Let's see. Let's try this. So even though it's not fully covered over there, actually it is now. Go around. Put some more distance. But in his defense, there's a lot of green right there. Can you make out where it is? He probably guessed I put in all the green spot, right? But that wasn't that bad there. Blended in pretty good. Let's see at the distance. Oh yeah, I'm ready to lose the side of it. Yeah, that's really totally disrupting the pattern. Am I picking that up on the camera? Barely make out what that is. I can't make out that that's a hat. And we're just doing this in the backyard. So if it's obscured a little, very good. The right colors. Well, even look at that. That wasn't, well, there's some browns in there, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's a good example right there. Let me go all the way back. Okay, I can't make that out. If anything, the green patch, the Velcro patch field, it's what's making it stick out. Yeah, this is amazing, especially because it's from a distance. I would call that amazing. That's really good. Let me zoom in and test by. It's not even obscured by anything. Can you make it out yet? Let's see. I don't know if the camera's doing justice to it, but I'm really having a hard time picking it out visually with my eyes. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Like, maybe because if we zoom in the camera, you probably see it. Right here, I can't tell. And it's not even like covered by anything. Like not halfway anything. This is a really good example right here. Really good. Just a random pile of wood I gotta cut down still. Okay, that was just right there. I'm ending it with that one and we'll talk about it right now. Alright, so that was the IANPAT, or still is, right? And I was earlier when I was doing the camouflage effectiveness video, which kind of bizarre doing in the backyard. I never thought of that. Before that Brent guy was doing them online, I had thought about doing something like that. I just thought that was cool. That's back when I first bought my Swedish M90 camo. If you go back to like one of my original videos, you'll see that back in that year, I think he wasn't doing them yet, or I didn't even know about him. And I was thinking about going to some woods near my house, but it was technically private property, I think. So I never got around to it. I was a little worried about doing that. But yeah, that last one, that little pile of wood, I mean, that was pretty good. But let's talk about the hat. Okay, I did wear it out. And it wasn't just a quick rendezvous. It was kind of, I went to help somebody get some glasses, so I was kind of out for a while. But I did notice a couple things. I think they're worth talking about. Some really special features. Now, I know when I first opened it, I did talk about oh, if you're not familiar with this, that's Varusteleka made this because they had that partnership with Ian from Forgotten Weapons. If you don't know that channel, it's a YouTube channel, Forgotten Weapons. He talks about different prototypes of weapons, or old weapons in general, things that were just forgotten about, different designs and stuff. It's a pretty neat channel. But anyways, he has partnership with Varusteleka, which also too I felt like I was doing before, but I just never got around to making videos. But I'm glad these guys did. Anyways, I did notice that it was real lightweight, but as I wore it, I mean, not in a bad way, it does not feel cheap at all, but it feels lightweight, like in a good way. I've never felt tactical material, I don't think, this lightweight. This maybe was like maybe a jungle fatigue ones I had, but it is ripstop. Look at that. You can see the grip patterns in there. Okay, this is white, but it's on the inside, doesn't matter. It's kind of, it gives it a little more rigidity there. Okay, not too much though, not too little. Okay, because back here it is kind of floppy, but it was all good. Like, even though it's a lightweight hat, it's super good for the warm weather. Okay, well, first of all, you get a cool tag, has Varusteleka on there, Forgotten Weapons. I don't know what the X is for. Comment below if you guys know. Okay, limited edition. I like how they add that limited edition IANPAT. They label it right there. And I've only worn this like 2 times, and the tag is wearing. Okay, now like I told you, if you see my other video, just look at my history. I have a few videos back where I talked about my experience buying Army surplus, European Army surplus. It was it did not turn out good. You're gonna have to actually add another $100. Well, $88 apparently, because there's gonna be customs and duties that Varusteleka says you shouldn't have. I don't know, but they told me already. I'll make another video about that, but they told me I wasn't getting no refund. That was what they were supposed to do. At least that's what UPS is saying. So anyways, I'll make another video on that later. But I like the tag. The tag just says limited edition IANPAT. Just that in itself makes it great for the collectible. Now I want to use this, okay? But I would love to buy a few more for like, and you're talking about in the range of, I think it was like 40-50 bucks American. But I would love to get some backups, because I would be afraid this thing is gonna fly off my head or something. That's happened to me a couple trips. Or I might forget, lose it somewhere, or anything could happen. Even just having this wore down, I mean, I would love to have a couple more of these. Okay, but I don't think I want to spend like close to 300 bucks. Because last time I bought a hat, this cap, like a jungle cap, this cap, and then 2 yards of the fabric, which I didn't pull out. It would have blended in anyways. I guess if I do it again, maybe the duties would be less. I don't know. I feel like I should use some backups. Maybe I will buy some, but I know they're gonna be like 50 each. And then on top of that, and they're limited edition, okay, but you're gonna have some duties on top of that. So I mean, I don't know if it's always the same. Maybe it'll be less if you spend less, but I'll make another video on that. But anyways, very lightweight. Now it's definitely a hat. It's not like some put together thing. This is definitely a hat. Okay, and I mean, they got this cardstock, whatever this is inside, right? That got me thinking, because one time, I was kind of dumb, but I got this thing where I was trying to make a German army type cap for my son. I should just probably buy him one, right? When he was very young, and I followed some directions online, and I had some cardboard stock thing here, but it just didn't come out the same. Now this is good. I guess that's a little off topic, but This is definitely an actual hat, but I just started thinking about it because I was thinking I could just repurpose one from an actual hat, right? At least, even if I had to cut the pattern differently, I don't know. But anyways, back on the IANPAT, okay, as you can see, guy caressing his cheeks. Now you got some with him wearing green in the tan tone, and I've noticed there's some with him like in the brown with the tan tone. I thought I saw some with him in, I guess that's it. See the blacks? The blacks are, I guess that's just shading behind them. In between. Hair, yeah. Okay. So I love the tag. Okay, let's talk a little more about it though. Okay. The sweatband here. Good quality, good quality. I just don't want to get sweat, all full of sweat. I always wear a bandana under my hats and caps because I don't like to get them all full of sweat and stuff. Okay, stitching looks great. Okay, but what I really want to focus on is some of this. Like, I love this tag. It tells you it's limited edition. It tells you it's IANPAT. Okay, and then it's from Varusteleka. Now this is where it gets interesting. I was waiting for an eye exam actually for me. Then I just happened to pull off my hand, start looking at it. I found this interesting. It's 48% polymidi. Wait, is that the English one? Where's the English equivalent? Well, this is cotton in English, so I guess the English is on the right. So polymide, I'm assuming that's like polyester. Let me know if you know below. Comment. Okay. Please thumbs up and subscribe too. It helps me know, make some more videos, because I get a lot of views and I just don't get too many thumbs up, even though it looks like people can, YouTube tells me there's a lot of return viewers. Okay, so I guess you're returning, thumbs it up so I can keep going, knowing you want to come back. Anyways, so it's polymide, which I'm assuming is like a polyester, cotton, 48%. So 48% polymide or polyester, 48% cotton. Wonder if that's a different European type thing, the polymide. And then it's 4% elastane. I'm assuming it's like a spandex, like an elastic, 4%. Now, when I read that, I was thinking, wait, what? And then I started looking at it and I started thinking, I started tugging on it a little. Then I realized, yeah, I can feel that. There's a little give to it. There's just, it's kind of like those European, those new modern European army, like army pants, like the new ones. Not the army surplus. I'm talking about like the ones that Varusteleka might be selling modern, you know. You know, I think they have some cheap Timu type tactical pants too, that they're all like, they have that flex to them when you bend. Okay, now this material has that a little bit. You can feel that. Okay, I don't want to tug on it too much. And actually, honestly, I feel like it was a lot better. Maybe the temperature could be making it react differently, because I felt like when I was indoors a few days ago, I could really feel like an elastic tug, like kind of like a spandex. So it has a snap to it, you know, kind of like those pants that can you can squat in them, and the new tactical kind of pants. Let me know, comment if you know what the name of that is. Now, hook and loop features right here, kind of different from what I used to. I haven't tried a patch on there. Maybe I should have, right? That doesn't look like American type Velcro, but I'm sure it'll stick. Okay, now, oh, if you want to see how it works, I guess look at this. I noticed this back here too. It's pretty thick Velcro. I don't know if that's new kind of Velcro, or is that what they do in Europe a lot, or European tactical, or is that unique to this? But so you got the teeth there, but this one, man, you got quite a bit of that fluff over here. Okay, so it is adjustable, one size fits all. Okay, I wouldn't worry about the white inside. It's always going to be inside, but it's very good quality. Now, like I said, I love the tag. It says it's limited edition. It tells you it's IANPAT, Ian with an I, and then mentions about the 4% polyester. Okay, do not wash, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, do not iron, do not dry clean. Oh, I didn't see that till right now. Made in Latvia. Okay, so that might be the only thing I own that's made in Latvia. Okay, Helsinki's mentioned on there. Varusteleka's website's also there. Okay, but as far as being a lightweight hat, very, yeah, I feel that tug there. Okay, very, very great. I live in Central Texas, and I thought it was great. Okay, just for the heat alone. Now in Latvia, you want a lightweight hat? I don't know if it's cold up there or what. I would imagine so, but either way, it was a great hat. I thought it was great. Great quality. I want to give it a thumbs up.